it is great to have you in the clinic. We're really excited to have you involved in our Pillow Talk segment, which is about all things intimacy and wellness for both men and women. And we really want to bring some sort of taboo topics out in the air, and we really want to liberate, empower and inspire men and women by just talking about a few of the incredible treatments that we offer here at Eve on 21. And just have a bit of a chat to Sarah, like you're just a guru when it comes to relationships and coaching, also very confident, and just we love, you know, everything that you're about. So we just wanted to pick your brains on a few things.
I'm a total newbie with this, and I think that's what sparked my interest to even collaborate on this. And I'm so happy that you are doing this, because it's in dire need in our society to be spoken about and normalized.
Absolutely.
So this is very exciting.
I agree, and I just think that, you know, so many of us are sort of always privately thinking about things. Actually causes a bit of stress for me if I don't get to talk about it with somebody, or even just get their follow-up, like someone's feedback on what issues they were having, how did they deal with it, how did they improve their life. You know, half the time we don't realize what we're missing out on, and we don't even talk about it. So,
and I feel like you think, does anyone else have this?
Yes.
Am I an outsider? Is there something wrong with me? And
exactly.
so the anxiety rises, and you're like, I don't know what to do about this. I think I'll hide it because no one else is talking about it, so therefore it must be weird. There must be something wrong with me, but there isn't, and that's what we're talking about in this session.
Right. So it was a bit of fun. Sarah came to visit us. She paid us an amazing visit last week and brought her energy into the clinic, and we whipped out the amazing Eve on 21 menu. And what was the first treatment that I think stood out to you when you looked at it?
Let me have a look again. Most of them I had no idea what they meant. I feel like the OMG shot was definitely a standout on this menu that I had never seen in my life, and I was like, huh? What does that mean?
Exactly, and it is one of the most exciting treatments that we offer. It really helps to enhance, you know, a woman's orgasm. So if you're missing out on that incredible energy, it's just the most beautiful energy to feel, then we've got so many different treatments, but we're going to just break them down each time we do a Pillow Talk session. So that's one that you'll need to stay tuned for, and we'll be doing later down the track. We've booked one in with Sarah and a few other lovely
very
ladies.
Nervous. But I think it's a huge thing, because I always had a bit of anxiety with orgasming when I first started having sex, and I thought, you know, am I having it? Is this what it's supposed to feel like? And you know, you have these questions, and sometimes it's really embarrassing to actually address that. So I literally had no idea something like this existed. And it does. So I can't wait to talk. We'll try and talk about it.
Exactly, and sometimes it's between, you know, the connection with yourself, connection with your partner. Everyone has their own things. So anyway, fantastic.
Looking forward to that one.
So what was the exciting treatment that you did have with us last week?
Yes, well, I had a very riveting consultation with Dr. Fariba. She is just such a wonderful woman, and she talked me through what would be the best treatment for me to start with, and we came across the Mona Lisa treatment.
So, do you want me to talk a little bit about the Mona Lisa?
Yes. I was totally inspired by it, and I'll share a little bit about my experience with it.
So, can you fill me in? What was your experience like? I know
She actually transformed the way I feel about doctors or about people that are in the medical field, because I've had really difficult experiences with GPs and not feeling heard and not feeling like they really cared about me. But I'm telling you right now, sitting in that room having that 10-minute consultation, I felt totally calm, I felt confident, and I felt, wow, this is all about me, and she actually cares. So I felt seen, and it was just amazing. And I was confident about going into this.
Absolutely. And so it is a relatively painless, like you'll still feel a few sensations, but she uses numbing cream, just that helps you relax. And it's literally a laser.
First time I said this to, I think it was my brother or my friend, he went, what? you a laser? Like, isn't that going to hurt you?
No, exactly. It sounds crazy, but it was very seamless. So she just uses a laser, which is sort of inserted downstairs, and it's just a bit of a prickly sensation, but it basically just causes little mini punctures through the thin, the skin, you know.
Microtrauma,
perfect wording, which encourages the collagen renewal, which actually tightens and tones and refreshes the collagen downstairs. So basically this treatment is so incredible. It helps women who, you know, if you're experiencing UTIs through a lot of like I've gone through stress before, and I used to get a few more UTIs because my body was struggling to process things, and you get colds, you get infections, whatever. It actually stops them completely. Well, it did for me. Everyone will have a varied result because the cells are renewed, and all the any bacteria that may have been there or that's struggling, your body's struggling to deal with, is just, it's wiped out. So it's non-toxic. It's like a really short amount of time. You know, I think how many minutes? Basically, like a 2 minutes, 5 minute treatment.
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
5 minutes, and it's like 2 days where you might just, you know, no sex and things like that. Or
that
swimming.
was really hard.
Yeah. And then it's all done, and it's actually, how did you feel afterwards? Like fresher, like?
Well, yeah, this is, you know, it's been a week since I had my first treatment, and I'm having another one next month. And I went in originally because I had some trouble with getting BV, so bacterial vaginosis, which is very common. It's a really common thing. We all get it.
Too much soapy,
yes,
stress, toxic, like if you know,
dehydration.
It's a common issue. So you actually found that it really helped assist you.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, because usually I'll go to the doctor, they'll prescribe me something to take for the BV, and I'll get rid of it,
but then it always comes back again.
It always comes back.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of antibiotics. And this is like they're always so temporary, and this is just, it felt like it just strengthens you downstairs. And it also, the coolest part, it tightens and tones. It's like getting a laser treatment on your face, and it plumps the collagen, tightens and tones. It does exactly that downstairs. So it's great for like old women who are experiencing urinary incontinence, women who have had babies and pregnancy and they've had a lot of wear and tear down there, women who experience you know, a bit of pain through sexual intercourse because of those sorts of things their body have gone through. And imagine how much that brings a couple together when they can actually enjoy the pleasure of that together again.
Yeah, so for my partnership, like, we avoided completely enjoying our intimacy together because of this. It was
your BV, like, it feels like bad on the confidence.
Yeah, and it's not fresh. There's not, you know, sometimes there can be an odor associated with it, and you feel really self-conscious about it. And I just got to the point where I felt myself shutting off a certain part of my sexuality in the bedroom with my partner. So I didn't know this treatment existed, and it is something totally new for me, and just has completely blown my mind. Because I only thought antibiotics or a prescription
could help,
was the answer to it, and knowing that there's something like this is just...
it's really innovative, and it feels good for your body because you're only strengthening it. You're not taking anything away, you're not weakening it, you're not getting a temporary short fix. I personally had a great result with it. Like, I went through like a really big change in my life that stressed me out, and I just kept getting UTIs, and I was thinking, I'm so healthy, like, why is this happening? It's just sometimes your body keeps a lot of stress in certain areas, and we all have, you know, different effects from that. So I really don't like antibiotics, and I avoid them at all costs, and I always have. So this treatment changed my life. I never had one since. So it's been a couple of years now. I had it about a year ago. Yeah. And it just made me feel so confident. I felt clean and fresh, and it's like when, you know, an analogy for me is, it's like we want to do sit-ups and keep our muscles strong and our tummy. It also keeps your muscles strong. Like, it's maintenance for you as a woman, and I believe that's better than sort of waiting to get to a bad position, and you just, it's like you want to always do those little things that help to maintain what we have.
Because I think that continuation of taking antibiotics, for example, to treat it, and you think, I've got it again, I'll take antibiotics, you're destroying other things in your body, and then that builds up and it becomes a really big problem, versus doing a couple of sit-ups or a couple of Mona Lisa treatments, and then suddenly you're not dealing with those issues, and there's no build-up, and you feel a lot more confident and comfortable down there, and a lot more freed in the bedroom, or, you know, just sexually with yourself, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And so there's, what else does it do for you? So,
I like Farida's description, juicy.
Oh yes, that was Farida's, yes. And
medical description.
Yeah, it was gorgeous, it was lovely.
Yeah, and I remember Dan was telling me about a week before I actually came in at coffee, and she was telling me about it, and I went, wow.
And like all the girls at the coffee table next to us were like trying to listen. And they were like, I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. So I just would love more people to know that there is something like that available.
Yeah, absolutely. There are other options out there that we don't know about.
Yeah, because obviously just not having to deal with that is a game changer, but hearing feedback from my intimate partner is just so lovely because, you know... And
it brings you together.
It does.
Yeah. That's amazing. Wow, well thank you for sharing your experience with us, honey, and I guess we'll go through some other things. So how much the treatment costs, the treatment cost, it will...
So it's $1,000 for one session, or I think what's recommended, depending on what you're having it for, up to 3 sessions. Yeah. So 3,000.
Yeah. And we're doing a special offer. To book the ladies in now. So I think if the ladies book, we're doing a 20% offer on the first treatment. So just check our socials out for further details on that one. And
can you call up and just have a chat?
Just call up and have a chat anytime. We're always here to do a free consult. Because the ladies here are always here, not me. The ladies here that I'm assisting with a few things.
Yeah, I just find always ask questions because I didn't know anything, and I just, even if maybe I thought it was a silly question, I asked it anyway because it is a relatively innovative treatment which I'd never discovered. So ask questions and be totally confident that you're coming in for the right thing and for the right treatment because you don't know, there could be something that might be more suitable on the menu as well.
Absolutely, there's so many other options as well. So this is just one of them. We've got so many things. And there's, things, obviously everyone has different scenarios. So forever we'll just sort of work through what works best for you as an individual.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. And the next thing I want to go through is some really, it's exciting facts when you think about it.
This is very juicy facts.
I know, I'm going to get my laptop
and
write the notes down but did you know, this is a bit of a did you know.
We should have a scientific facts segment about the treatment.
That's it. So obviously we know, an orgasm is energy, and having that beautiful connection with your partner, or whether it be yourself, whoever the relationship is that you're, growing on, enjoying, the feeling actually is really healthy for you. I just wanted to give you some facts. So it's mentioned that, it's an actual fact that having intercourse 3 times per week reduces a stroke by 30%, heart attack by 30%, and depression by 40%. So how massive is that? I know. So it actually is healthy for you, and it's something that we've been, I think, it's a given thing that a lot of people switch off from, and it's actually therapeutic. So it should be taken, seriously, or more seriously than what some people take it for.
Yeah, and definitely, more normalised, which is all about having these conversations so that you feel good going and doing that.
Exactly. And also the doctors have told us that 2 orgasms a day will increase your life expectancy by 8 years. So that's how much...
Get to it. Okay.
So it's actually...
By 8 years?
8 years, yeah.
8 years.
That's correct. And another really juicy fact is having consistent sex increases a man's testosterone levels, giving him more confidence, focus, and improved memory. So it's really helpful for the men that can't concentrate. No, I mean, he's interested. No. So, that's actually really healthy for their testosterone levels.
Yeah.
And also, if you have sex at night, it literally works like 2 milligrams of Valium, and assists in a deep and therapeutic sleep, which helps release tension from the day, and is really, really beneficial when trying to relax and switch off.
I can personally vouch for that. I have tested it multiple times in a controlled experiment. And I sleep like a baby.
So that's a really, when she listed those facts to us, I think we were pretty amazed.
I was jaw dropped.
We were like, wow, that's actually real.
Yeah.
So, don't...
And it's just lack of not knowing about it. Like, as soon as you understand that, you're like, wow, this should be a focus in my life. This is important for me to actually...
And to have it in a healthy way, and it's non-toxic, it's good for your body, it's something we were given, it was put there for a reason, and using it in its power in the right way, and for ourselves is just a really nice light to look at it in. So, Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, so thank you. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
And Sarah's going to be back with us again soon to talk a bit more about other experiences, and we'll be going through more of the treatments out there.